Two cybersecurity giants, ESET and Sophos, go head-to-head in 2025. Which one really delivers? On the left, ESET, known for efficient, proactive cybersecurity, and on the right, Sophos, championing remote-first business security. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect. Picture this. We've got a mind map laid out, right? We're going to compare ESET and Sophos across these categories: protection quality, performance impact, remote management, pricing, customer support, and additional features. So yeah, all the stuff you actually care about. Let's kick things off with protection quality. Because honestly, if your security suite can't keep nasties out, what's the point? ESET nails it with a super impressive 99.6% protection rate in independent tests. It's got heuristic and proactive detection. Basically, it's like having a security guard who can see trouble coming a mile away. Only downside, you gotta pay. No free version for businesses. Now, Sophos comes in with a solid 98% rate and killer behavioral analysis, which means it's smart about catching new threats. But yeah, a few more false positives. So if you hate those annoying threat detected pop-ups, just keep that in mind. Subtly sliding this in. ESET edges out here with raw protection. All right, moving on to performance impact. ESET's kind of famous for being featherlight on your system. Seriously, you'll barely notice it running, and false positives, almost none, like 1 in the tests. The only thing, and I mean only, is the interface is maybe a little, boring for power users. Meanwhile, Sophos throws a little more weight around. Good tools for incident response, but get ready for more false alarms. About 5 in tests. Oh, and if you're on older hardware, Sophos might slow you down a bit. So yeah, ESET takes the win for performance. Now let's talk remote management. This is the juicy part if you've got way too many devices or teams scattered everywhere. ESET does a pretty good job with a centralized console and covers all the main platforms: Windows, Mac, Android, Linux, you name it. But remote options aren't as fine-tuned for deep enterprise setups. Sophos, though, really shines here. Its cloud dashboard is slick, lets you handle up to 10 devices under one master account, and it's built for cross-region power moves. You do get a learning curve if you want to tweak every little setting, but Sophos kind of owns remote management. Quick pause, because did you know ESET's been in the security game since the early 90s? And Sophos, they started back in 1985. That's a lot of years fighting off malware, right? Okay, pricing. Everyone's favorite topic. ESET often dishes out those sweet 50% off deals and does have serious enterprise options. But on the regular, you're looking at around €50 a year, or about $4.99 a month if you catch a US deal. Not bad, but not going to win a price war. Sophos starts lower, about €45 a year, and sometimes drops down to $3.74 a month with discounts. Oh, and if you're scaling as a small or medium business, Sophos actually gets better as you add more devices. Just watch out. Those really advanced features are locked behind pricier plans. So, if we're being honest, Sophos has the edge here. On to customer support. ESET users are pretty happy. Actually, they rate it at 9.5 out of 10, which is pretty wild. You get help in different languages and pretty much any channel you'd want. For most people, it's top-notch, though the premium stuff is best for big businesses. Sophos is solid too, scoring 8.1 out of 10, and you get lots of online resources and decent support channels. However, sometimes those business tickets take a little longer. So if you need instant help, just, manage expectations. ESET gets this category. And finally, additional features. ESET's got some cool stuff like gamer mode for less interruptions, banking protection, ransomware shields, even webcam and botnet blockades. Plus, it barely sips power. Slight catch, if you want VPN or high-level identity protection, it's a separate plan. Sophos comes in hot with data leakage tools and response modules. Nice for bigger teams, but yeah, some of these perks are locked up unless you go for the business tier. Based on the package, ESET wins the features game overall. All right, picture a radar chart showing these two side by side. ESET consistently scores higher in protection, performance, support, and features, while Sophos spikes for remote management and does nicely on price. Visually, you can kinda see each one's sweet spot. So, rounding things up, who's the winner? If you want rock-solid protection, hardly any system slowdown, and awesome customer service, ESET's basically your go-to. Sophos is awesome if you have a bunch of devices and teams everywhere, especially for remote management and scaling up. But overall, ESET grabs the crown for most folks.
Find this breakdown useful? Let me know if you want more deep dives on tech stuff.
And remember, stay ahead in cybersecurity, because in 2025, it's never been more important.